Geelong and District Football League round game between North Geelong and Leigh Districts, where we see the Kerrs Northside Higher Coria Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard showing North Geelong 9-11-65, Leigh Districts 6 goals 11-47.
Just got away North Geelong in that quarter, didn't they, Barry? Just opened up that handy break of 3 goals.
Let's just clarify that last kick hit the post.
It actually hit the behind post, but as soon as the ball hit the ground, the umpire ruled it was dead, but it did hit behind post. There was no score at all.
Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre as we see the players there, and the free kick has been picked out for North Geelong, gone to Jones. Jones hands balls quickly to his running teammate, and Hardman kicks down to half forward, and a good mark taken down there by Swenison. Made a bit of a difference since half time. Swenison plays on quickly, kicks the ball towards the corridor. Going up there was Hassett, thumped the ball to ground, but as Alford picks it up over the top, he goes looking for Marnie. He couldn't take it. Hassett's in there again, but it's picked up for here and kicked out by Hilda out towards the half back line. Out there we got Donaldson, Steve Donaldson. Dodges around one.
Right,
play on the umpire calls, or is he going to bring it back? Surely no, he let him go as a mark taken in the centre by Jones for the North Geelong side. Kicks the ball across the centre. Rowett over the top he goes, where he's got his teammate there in Gary Jennings. Jennings now kicks the ball long down towards the forward line. Players set themselves down there over the back of the pack. Is a chance off the ground, and it's gone through. And
Robinson, I think.
The big fella coming back towards us here. If he'll turn round, we'll get a look at him.
I think it might have been Robinson.
Or Peter Kennedy.
Kennedy might have been. Well, one of the big guys that went up, couldn't hold the mark.
Peter Kennedy. I'll put
it
down to.
Ball hit the turf. And, yeah, you're right, Peter Kennedy, number 37, running back. He had the presence of mind to just put the foot into it there, and through she went for a goal.
Yes, that was a good goal by Peter Kennedy. He was hesitant in kicking it off the ground. It wobbled along the ground there like Scotty Parker doing the waltz last Saturday night at the Deb Ball. And this one went straight through the centre.
65 plays 53 on the scoreboard, final quarter. Just 2.5, 3 minutes gone. Back to the centre. Just 2 goals the difference. Game's alive. Bounce down to the centre of the ground. Robinson's back in the middle. Won the hit down. Goes to Cation. He's been a lively player. Puts the foot into it. Up to half forward. Ball went up. The player staying down there. Jennings able to gather it. Kicks quickly with the right foot. Hasn't had much time to steady. Running onto the ball. Chance here for the big fella. Kennedy was fired it out. Give it across to the other big bloke. Sotomarco. Flutter flying shot. He's crossed the face of goal though. Coming in to pick up the ball. Here's a chance for Dyer. He's tackled. Gets the hand pass across. Another long hand pass goes back into the goal square. Cations is down there. Gives it across. Tackled high as Willett. The kick wasn't paid. Play on the call. Hand pass coming out from North Geelong. Can they get out of a defence here? Oh, tapping it back was a bit clever there towards Skoko, and we might have a boundary throw with ball up. We won't have anything at all. We're playing on as Bellwood comes away from with the ball for North Geelong. Kicks out towards the half-back flank. Jennings can't mark. Over the line and out of bounds. Temper's getting a little frayed there. We'll have a throw in half-forward flank. Leigh Districts in attack and 2 goals behind. 4 minutes into the final quarter.
Mr. Golden opportunity down there, the Leigh District side, through too much handball as the boundary umpire brings the ball back in, tap down to Ogle. Ogle gives it back where it comes out to Roweth. Roweth kicks towards the corridor. The bouncing ball that's in our forward eludes all players. Running onto it is a big fella, Sotomarco. Does well. Kicks the ball high towards the pocket. No one home for either side. It bounces out there. Leigh District's first onto it. Picked up here. Kicked the ball back into the corridor where they found their player there in Steve Donaldson.
Been a good player, Steve Donaldson, been able to move up and down the ground well, dropped into the space nicely there, and he's going to have a shot. And if they kick this, they're only a goal behind. 4.5 minutes gone, final quarter. It's anybody's game.
Right now, Donaldson coming in directly in front. The opportunity for Leigh Districts, a high kick towards the goal line, but I think he's offline, and 1 point is the result.
Ooh, poor miss by Steve Donaldson. He kicked 1-2. He's been a little bit off target today. He's won the ball well at times, but his disposal hasn't been pinpoint, and just 1 point on the board.
Right now, waiting for Ryan to bring this ball back into play. Goes out to the far side of the ground, the Shire side of the oval here. Up they fly over the back of the pack, waiting for it there, taking the mark. But play on the umpire calls for Leigh Districts was Dyer. Gets a handball out now. Further handball sees it go to Cations. Cations from 50 metres goes long, but he's offline, and 1 point is the result.
Peppering away here, Leigh Districts. They need to get the goal. They've whittled the margin back a little now. 18 points was the margin at three-quarter time. They brought that back by 8 points. It's just 10 points the difference with that miss there from Neil Cations as the big fella Ryan puts the boot right into this, right out over half back, and a beautiful mark has been taken. Waiting to see who's going to get up and get this one. Might be Skoko.
Jones, isn't it?
It is Jones too. Good mark in front of the pack too by Jones. Kicks out towards the lead of his teammate in Burns, and Shane Burns has the mark at centre wing position. Jolly stands the mark as Burns kicks over his head towards half forward. Backing back, a player couldn't take the mark. Here's the chance here for the Leigh District side through the agency of Hilda to bundle the ball over the line and out of bounds. He's done that, and we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the commentary position. Lady boundary umpire puts this one back into play. Good knock out there by actually Alford won that one. Came down to the player in Skoko. Skoko kicks into the forward line. Easy mark taken by Swenninson. Wants to play on with it, thinking about it. No, going to have the kick now. He's going to kick from about 50 metres. And he's been a good player since half-time. Bit quiet early, Swenninson, but set him alight in the third quarter. He kicks on that trusty left foot, puts the boot into it, a big spiral, punt it right into the goal square. My goodness, he's hit the post. What a big kick from Tim Swenninson there. He's kicked the 4 goals, 3 now for the day. 6 minutes gone in the final quarter. Ferguson will take the kick in for the Leigh District side.
Goes out towards the far side of the ground where he's got Jolly out there, and Jolly's marked on the half-back line. Hasn't got much to go further afield. Ogle gives him a lead down there. Oh, couldn't take the mark. Fell over at the crucial stage. Goes back into it. Handball out here towards Joswick. Joswick loses the ball when tackled. First in there for Leigh Districts. A pack develops. The umpire letting it go, and it comes out with handball again. Kick forward for North Geelong, and the mark's taken by Alan Moroney. Plays on quickly towards the pocket where he's got a lead down there from Smilovic, and Smilovic's marked right in the forward pocket.
Smilovic kicked those couple of goals early, Barry, but been a little bit quiet since then. I thought that Ferguson's done a pretty good job on him, but he's got this one. They need this one too. They're just 10 points in front. 7 minutes gone now, the final quarter. Rocky's 24-hour locksmith time clock. As Steve Smilovic comes in and punt kicks for goal. The goal umpire bends backwards close to the post and signifies 1 point only. 2 goals, 1 to Steve Smilovic, and it's back to 11 points the difference in the final quarter here at the North Geelong Oval.
Right now, we're waiting for the ball to come back into play. Bit of bodywork being used here by Burns and Jolly just out in front of us. Ferguson undecided where he's going to go. Straight down the centre would be the easiest way home. He goes out to the far side of the ground. Up they fly out there. Over the back of the pack it goes. Where we see Leigh Districts first onto it. Good pick up, but he's kick smothered. That was Steve Donaldson, and a pack develops, and we'll have a ball up centre half back for the Leigh side. Just get the feeling if Leigh Districts can kick the next goal, this game going to get pretty lively in the final 20 minutes or so. Umpire bounces down. Up goes the big fella Skoko. Won the hit down, but kicked off the ground mid-air actually. Goes out. A chance for a mark here by Ogle. Ogle, is it? Yes, comes on that trusty left foot of his. Ogle spears a pass into the forward line. Up goes Kennedy, can't mark. Comes back towards the players there. In they go. Here's the chance here for Leigh Districts. The big fella, Sodomenico, pulls it around. Kicks it at Sodomenico, actually taking the mark, playing onto the left foot. Ogle it was. Down to the pocket and backing back and taking a beauty. It's Kennedy.
It is Kennedy this time, yes.
Good play there by Sodomarco to see Ogle all on his own. Ogle drove the ball down. Kennedy used his body well.
It's Murphy.
Murphy,
it's Glenn Murphy.
Sorry.
You see the tattoo glistening in the sunlight there. Murphy comes in. If they kick this, they're right in this game. He's kicked it too. It's a goal. Glenn Murphy kicks his second, and Leigh Districts fight back at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Right, the Kerrs Northside Higher Coria Village final quarter here this afternoon. A very interesting quarter, as you said. We're 9 minutes into the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. We see that North Geelong are on 9:13.67, Leigh Districts 8:13.61. Don't forget, Kerrs Northside Higher and Coria Village News Agency are bringing this final quarter to you through the eyes of the guest video cameras. Right, about 21 minutes to go in the final quarter. 6 points the difference. Anyone's game here at the North Geelong Oval. We wait for the bounce down in the centre. There it goes. Up go the big men. Actually, the big fella there in Truan might have got the hit down. But coming out of it, Jones, he's been a pillar of strength all day. Kicks to half forward. Oh, player ducked his head. Should have taken the mark. Alford goes over the back. Here's the chance for Mahoney. Mahoney is tackled. Mahoney, he's lost it. He's got the free kick over the shoulder. He was lucky. Very lucky. Crucial free kick given there to Jeff Mahoney. He's going to come in, he's going to kick from more just outside 50, right on 50. Kicks with the right foot, deep into the goal square. Players set themselves. The big fella goes up there, Robinson thumps it over the fence, over the between the goalposts over the fence, and a rush point goes on the board to North Geelong.
Right now, Ferguson to bring this ball back into play. Straight down the centre he goes, looking for the big fella in Ogle. In front, Ogle doesn't let him down. A great mark, and he'll take this kick from centre half back.
Been a fine contributor, has Ogle. Now the umpire's telling you to go back and kick over the mark. Surely he played on. He ran off the mark.
Yep.
Ran off the line. Surely the call must be play on.
The only thing is the umpire might have blown time on prior.
Well, let's see if he blows time off.
That means the whole eastern seaboard.
Cason's relaying the ball down there to his teammate.
It's given North Geelong a chance to get back to
the man up. Now he hasn't blown time off back here, Barry.
Look, he's trying to push him around. Look, very technical.
For goodness sake, we've got a game of footy on our hands. Don't ruin it, son.
Now he's trying to line him up from the angle. Why doesn't he go over to the player on the mark and show him exactly where it is? Anyway, Ogle from centre half back goes straight down the centre, down the corridor. They set themselves over there. The big fella for Leigh comes in. Truan couldn't take the ball. He forces it forward now with handball. Gets it out. Pushing the back, comes out towards Cation. Surely they're not going to pull it up now when Cation's had the run of the ball and no one within 10 metres of him running straight into goal.
Couple of mystifying decisions. The previous one was just disastrous.
Free kick's been paid to Eves at centre half forward. Eves now comes in. A high kick down towards the goal line. A beautiful kick.
It's a ball burster, Barry. It's a goal. It's a beauty.
Well, maybe the umpire was right in that word. Would have Cation's kicked a goal on the run or not, but Eves has gone back and gone bang.
A beautiful kick. That didn't just carry the goals. That carried the fence behind the goals and everything. That was a beautiful kick. And the scoreboard coming up, the Kerrs Northside Hire and Coria Village News Agency scoreboard. In the final quarter, we played 12 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock, and North Geelong 9:13, Leigh Districts 9:13. It's all tied up here at the Osborne Road Oval.
Yes, we're the last quarter here this afternoon. Very exciting. Both sides, it's nip and tuck now. It's going to be the survival of the fittest. Umpire bounces the ball in the centre. A good bounce. Up they go. Robinson goes up, brings it down, but is picked up by Moroney. Moroney's kicked down forward, but Jolly's sitting there at centre half back and takes the mark. Jolly now for Leigh Districts to send them into attack. Kicks towards the centre and's found Ogle. Ogle now. Straight down the centre he went before. He does the same this time. Down to centre half forward. They set themselves down there. Thumped away. Comes out here to Cation's on the run. Picks the ball up. Should go for home. Chips one in short, and he's found a teammate there.
Beautiful pass by Cations.
By Cations, and he's found his teammate in Gary Jennings.
Murphy was calling for the ball at the fence,
but there was no one in the square either.
And hopped back into the middle more to narrow the angle, and running into the space was Jennings. He's taken the mark. We've been told the scoreboard is incorrect. It is 1 point the difference. North Geelong leading. They're not leading anymore. They're not leading anymore because Gary Jennings has just kicked his second goal for Leigh Districts, and they're in front by 5 points now. And we played 13.5 minutes into the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Rockies out there at Coria Village. If he was here, he'd be pretty happy with this game. It's a beauty. Leigh Districts lead by 5 points.
Right now, the ball to come back to the centre. This is a vital ball up in the centre to see who gets the advantage. I see Swennison's gone back in the centre as we see the final quarter scoreboard. North Geelong 9:14.68, Leigh Districts 10:13.73, and that's proudly brought to you by Kerrs Northside Hire, Coria Village News Agency. Gary Kerr out there in Duro Street, North Geelong. Ray Edwards, Coria Village News Agency in Coria Village. The bounce of the ball in the centre.
The centre there. Bit interesting. Cation's being tagged now.
Free kick.
Cation's just now pushed the player who got in front of him. He just pushed him out of the way so he could get the ball. Should have been the other way.
But they were pushing and shoving before the ball was bounced, and the other umpire picked it up.
Moroney's got the free kick, and Moroney kicks North Geelong into attack. The Pies go down towards half forward. Here's the chance for Truan going back across half back. Has time to spin, settle, and kick the ball back towards the centre. Simpson. Fumble one, he should have taken the handball over the top to the running Jennings. Jennings bangs it on the left foot into the forward line. A beauty! It looks like Murphy down there, is it?
Yes.
It's a ripper. And Murphy's taken the mark deep in the forward pocket. Distance won't be a problem. He's only got to kick it 30 metres. But for the sake of the Leigh District supporters, the players, the coach and everyone else associated, he has to kick it straight, Barry.
Yes, he does. He's on a very acute angle here as he comes in to have this shot towards goal. A high kick and it's gone straight through. No, it hasn't. It's dropped short. North Geelong through Ryan. Bottle the ball up down in the forward line there. And the umpire's forced to move in and ball it up. I thought that was going to go through, but it just dropped at the last minute. Very deceptive out here at the Osborne Park ground.
He might have been further out than we thought. You could be right there. Bounced down right in the goal square. Up goes the big fella. He knocks it down. In they go after it. It's a pack of players. Umpire might spin a free kick out of this, but he's going to ball it up. Big fella Sotomarco up there. Knocking the ball to the ground.
Bounce of the ball, up they fly. Comes to ground, a handball out here by Leigh Districts, but North Geelong comes through strongly on the back line. Kick it out wide, but it goes across the line and we'll have a throw in on the half-back flank, 50 metres from the Leigh District goal at the 16-minute mark of the final quarter here at Osborne Park this afternoon.
Boundary umpire about to put this one back into play. Sotomarco versus Skoko. Oh, up goes a Leigh Districts player, grabbing it out of the air. Kick was smothered, of course, as he come and hit the ground. And taking it away there might have been Swenson towards half-back, and Alford takes the mark. Plays on immediately with a hand pass to his running teammate. He's got a chance on the left foot, kicks it towards the centre of the ground. No one able to take the mark there. In they go. Here's a player held without it, flipped it out, might have thrown it. Lands in the arms here of Joswick, and Joswick spins around with a kick. Go far. The dashing Cations grabs it again, but his kick is a poor one, and it's marked here by Greg Bellwood in the centre of the ground.
Bellwood comes out wide towards the half forward line. Oh, good play. Simpson taps the ball forward. Against about 10 metres. It's Jones in there again for the North Geelong side. Runs across half forward. Has one bounce. Steadies. Shoots towards goal. A good goal.
A team lifter. A team lifter. They're back in front, North Geelong. Good goal, Daryl Jones. He's been a good player all day and he's put the icing on the cake. The goal puts them in front at the 17-minute mark on the 24-hour locksmith time clock brought to us by Rocky of Karaya Village. They've gone back in front, North Geelong, and by golly, it's a long way from over, Barry. It's a top game of footy now.
Yes, it is. Good play, Simpson, coming off the half-back line there. Thumped the ball forward and gained about 10 metres, allowed Jones to get a chance at the ball, and he did the rest. Very casual bounce and went across half-forward, lined him up and brought up a 6-pointer, and that's his second for the afternoon.
Gee, you just wonder about that kick from Cations, don't you? He had the ball running free and just gave it away, unfortunately. Robinson goes up and wins the hit down for Leigh. His player tackle free high kick. And it staged a bit. He's got to get the free kick. He got the tackle high, all right. The big fella, Daryl Sotomarco, and Sotomarco goes short into a pack of players. Wasn't a good kick at all, and taking the mark there is Hardman. Hardman goes on the right foot to Swenson, gets the hand pass across to his running teammate in Spence. Can't pick it up. Sotomarco pushes him over. Ball goes towards the boundary line, streaming in and picking it up. Cruz. He's well and truly severely met, and over the boundary line he goes. The ball in his arms will have a boundary throw in. Centering position, Kerrs Northside High, Karaya Village News Agency. Final quarter scoreboard, 74 North Geelong, 73 Leigh Districts. 1 point the difference.
Right, from the boundary line throwing, North Geelong go forward, where we see the ball down there. Hassett's in there for Leigh Districts, but it beats him across the line and we'll have a throw in. North Geelong getting this ball around the boundary line slowly. They've got it up to their half-forward line.
They look to have steadied a little.
The boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Up they go. Robinson gets a tap down, but North Geelong Sharky kick it towards half forward. Jones again in the van. Couldn't take the mark. Goes wide where Jolly runs onto it for the Leigh side. Picks it up. Handball back towards Hassett. Hassett now under pressure in the back line. Gets a short kick out, but straight into the waiting arms of Alford. Alford got Jones at centre half forward. Goes across. Moroney chips in front of Jones and takes the mark.
Plenty of options there, wasn't there? Had Moroney let it go, Jones was there to take it, so probably needs to kick this, Moroney. Jones, we've seen, is quite a long kick. Moroney, just a little fella. This one might just about test him. Although he's inside the 50. He's going to kick from about 45 metres out, just going back now to get a bit more distance before he kicks over the man on the mark. And Alan Moroney, been a lively little player. Coming onto the ground, back onto the ground, Ivan Pastovic, as Moroney is about to have this shot. Puts it on the boots, right into the teeth of goal. Players rise in the goal square, play on the call. Kick off the ground there by a player. Is it through? It's touched through. I thought that might have been a goal. Jones is remonstrating down there, saying, look, I think it was a goal. The goal umpire is the man that we're going to listen to, and it's through for a rush behind as Ferguson now kicks the ball out towards half back for Leigh Districts. Up goes the big fella, and Hassett couldn't mark. In they go. Here's a chance for Roweth running onto the footy, and away he goes, Roweth. Through half-back, kicks to the centre of the ground with the umpires.
He's got to go downfield.
Down the field, down the field. If he's paid down the field, it went to North Geelong. Goodness me, they're back into attack, Barry. We better stick with the footy. Umpiring decision's quite bewildering here in the final quarter. Goes towards the player Donaldson. His hand pass is close to the fence. Player tackle without the footy there was Jolly. And they're going to have a boundary throw in. Can you explain that one to me, Barry Walker?
Well, Roweth got decked after he kicked the ball. The umpire blew the whistle, pointed down ground. North Geelong grabbed the ball, played on, and that's how it stood.
That's the way I saw it, and I couldn't believe it. I thought I was seeing things. Boundary umpire now, the long legs, puts the ball back into play. Up they go. Up there high was Orford. Go with the back, the player knocking the Hilda knocks towards the ball towards the fence. Picked up by Jolly, and Jolly is flattened as he kicked it. It's going to be over the line, out of bounds on the full. Now, what's he going to do this time?
Free kick down the ground. He's done exactly the same this time, the umpire, and
he's going to make sure this time Roweth gets the kick. Now, Roweth takes the kick, fires it in short, got the run. Oh, player took the mark, True, and played on, charged through the tackle of Simpson. And Roweth good enough, sorry, not Roweth, True and good enough to get up, kicked us in a half forward, but it's Bills here to Byzantine, and Byzantine comes away down the ground. Up they go, and a good mark taken by Jason Hassett.
Goes wide out towards half forward where Ogle takes a good mark. A strong mark on the half forward line. Should go back and kick the ball long. Plays on quickly, chips it across towards Cations, and Simpson chips in. Bad play, Leigh Districts. You've got to go direct as it comes to Swenison. Swenison bursts his way through the centre. Handballs to Burns. Burns back to Swenison. Tried to burst his way through again. A long kick down towards the goal line. Ferguson going back there. Falls over at the crucial stage. Good enough to pick the ball up. Gets a long handball out here. Allows Jolly to run onto it. Jolly taps the ball forward. Picked up here for them by Hilda. It scrambled down there. Oh, Jolly had his head pulled off. Yes. The North Geelong supporters down here at the coach's bench going wild, but I think the free kick was there for Jolly.
Gee, what good play by Ferguson, the fullback, to bottle that up there. Looked a bad passage there for them. Truan's up, can't mark, hits the turf. Here's a chance for North Geelong. The hand pass, the blind one goes over the top. Chance for Swenison, fires out the hand pass to the good player in Orford. Orford lines up on the right foot, but he's way off line. 1 point only goes on the board to Neil Orford. That's his first score of the day. And we've played now 23 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock into the final quarter.
Ferguson brings the ball back in, goes out wide looking for Ogle. Up he goes, brings the ball to Turf. Back onto the ball now. Well shepherded over on the half-back line. Comes through, spears a pass in towards the leading player in the centre and finds him in Eves. Eves now, he's got the big fella Robinson here on the short. Go short, and he's found him too. Robinson should handball it off. Now he does. Gives it to Truan going through the centre. He's caught, drops the ball for mine. Play on the umpire calls as Roweth picks it up, kicks forward. Up they go on the mark taken down there for Leigh Districts, and it's been taken by Big Murphy.
On the Kerrs North Side High and Corio Village News Agency scoreboard, North Geelong 10-15-76, Leigh Districts 10-13-73. 3 points the difference, 23.5 minutes gone final quarter, and they're a chance to get back in front, Barry.
A game of errors here in the last quarter from all players and umpires.
And umpires, I'm going to put them in as well.
Murphy comes in, chips, lays back on the kick. What's he done? 1 point.
He's missed it.
Bad.
He's missed it, has Big Murphy. Kicked 2 goals, 3.
Right now, waiting for the full-back to bring the ball back into players. North Geelong is switching the players here. They've had 2 changes. The umpire's calling for another ball. Right, we see the Kerrs Northside Higher Corio Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard show North Geelong 10-15-76, leading Leigh 10-14-74, and that's at the 23.5 minute mark of the final quarter as a new ball comes out. The Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock showing 23.5 minutes, and the ball in Leigh District's forward line.
Brand new one.
Hey, on the new one coming out now, he's kicked that one over the fence and it's electrocuted, so no one too keen to go and get that one. And Jeff Ryan is going to take the kick in now for North Geelong. As you say, 24 minutes gone. Ryan goes straight down the ground too. Beautiful kick, way out over 50. It's punched away by Leigh District defenders. In they go.
Good
Here's
play,
Roweth.
Here. Chips one
Roweth?
in.
Good
Yes.
kick by Roweth, and he's found this play. He's been elusive in the last quarter. Jennings. He's been an elusive forward in the last quarter. Bobbed up all over the forward line. He's got a chance to get famous here. They're 2 points behind. 24.5 minutes gone final quarter. Brought to you by Kerrs Northside High and the Corio Village News Agency.
Every time he goes in and gets that ball, Roweth, he does something with it.
He's been a lively player most of the day, has the player in Roworth. And here's Jennings with the long sleeves. He's kicked 2 goals. Can he kick 3 straight, Barry? Might win him the game. Oh,
he leant back.
Across. He leant back on. It's 1 point only. It's a point the difference. Almost time on. 25 minutes gone, final quarter. Rocky's 24-hour locksmith time clock. 1 point only the difference. It's a thriller.
2 set shots by the Leigh District forwards, and both of them they leant back on. A good kick out from fullback this time and a good lead, and it's found Angie Socko. Socko now on half-back. North have got to keep possession here as he comes in from the half-back line. A high kick down towards centre wing. They set themselves. Up they go. Brought to turf. Truan in there. Battling the ball forward. Picked up here for North Geelong. A handball out. Thumped out by Jolly. Picked up here by Swenison again. Handball out to Moroney. Moroney over the top. Oh, bump in the back by Truan. The ball, straight across the line. Surely that was deliberate.
Prepared to let that one go, I think, at this stage of the game. It's 25.5 minutes gone. Final quarter.
Boundary umpire with
a throw in now. Puts it high, puts it deep. Up they go. Robinson wins the hit down, went towards True, and he couldn't handle it. Spinning out of the pack where was Roworth with the ball. Black dives in on top of it. Can it come clear? It can. It come to the centre wing. Chance here for the player running on, but he couldn't get there in time. Of course, that was Ivan Jovanovic. And we're going to have a throw in right in front of the camera position.
Right. The boundary umpire brings the ball back in. Down it comes. It's picked up here by Marnie. His handball down towards the half-forward line. Picked up by Bellwood. Pushed over the line. Yes.
Well, I would think that should be a free kick against the player there in Bellwood.
So do I.
You have to hand the ball back or just put it straight down. He threw that into the ground. Luckily, it came straight back, and he might have been lucky to get away with it as the boundary umpire puts it back into play. 26 minutes gone now, final quarter. Centre wing position, charging into it. True and couldn't handle it. Knocked over the line, out of bounds away from him. 1 point the difference. We're going to have another throw in. There's the Kerrs Northside High Caraya Village News Agency scoreboard. 76 North Geelong, 75 Leigh Districts. Boundary umpire puts this one high into the air. Up they go. Alford got the hit down. Come down there, a little fella in Byzantine kicks into the half-forward line, but coming out Jolly. Wants to play on immediately, does. Oh, he's gone across the goal mouth. Could be dangerous. A chance now. Hassett's got it. They're in trouble. Hand pass over the top from Woolitz.
Ferguson.
He's found Ferguson Flair running off half-back. A beautiful pass, and he's found Dig Sotomaco.
Sotomaco, bad play. Got the ball across the top, and a free kick to North Geelong. He should have steadied there and gone long, but he tried to get it across. It's a free kick to Simpson. Simpson out wide, and he's found Jones on the far side of the ground. Jones now to put North Geelong into attack. Dodges around the player on the mark. Kicks down towards the forward line. Up they fly. Brought to turf. Oh, in the back to the Leigh Districts player on half-back flank, and a free kick to be taken. They've got to take it quickly. We've gone 27 minutes into this, the final quarter. 1 point advantage, North Geelong. Right,
only 5 goals kicked so far in the final quarter, Barry, so there won't be a heap of time on.
From half-back, we see Leigh Districts go round the far side. Ogle pushed in the back. Play on the umpire calls. It comes back here. Woollett now. A high kick down towards the centre half-forward position. Players down there. North Geelong at the bottom of the pack. Play on the umpire calls. Caught with the ball as a North Geelong player. Picked up here for them by Hardman. Kicks out towards the far side of the ground where he's got a player over there who couldn't control
Simpson.
it. Over the line it goes before Simpson could pick it up, and we'll have a throw-in on the far side centre wing.
27.5 minutes gone. 1 point the difference on the Kerrs Northside High Caraya Village News Agency scoreboard. The throw in. Robinson's in there battling hard for Leigh Districts. Can't pick it up. Players diving in on top of it. Swenson's in there too. So too is the player in Alford. But we're going to have a ball up decision out there right on the centre wing. Can they get up, Barry, Leigh Districts?
Oh, they've got to get it out of this ball up here and get it out quick. The side that gets the advantage here will win it. The bounce of the ball.
Mistake might be costly.
Picked up here and kicked forward for North Geelong by Byzantine. Down to half forward. Play on the umpire calls. Ball's bottled up over on the half forward line. Pulling it in. A free kick to North Geelong. Yes. Good decision there. A tight one, but North Geelong to receive the free kick. Right, kick the ball towards centre half forward, but it's Jolly coming out again. Takes the mark, centre half back, plays on, spears it out here to half forward, where he's centre wing, where he's got Eves. They've got to move it quickly. Eves now thumps the ball down to half forward. He's got a lead here. The big fellow's taking a mark in Sotomaco.
He's licked it since half time, hasn't he? Sotomaco's given something to fire at. Kicks the ball into the corridor. Up they go. No, Jennings couldn't hold the mark. She fills the turf. Chance for Dyer. Got the hand pass away. Here's a chance for Steve Donaldson to cover himself in glory. He's kicked the goal. A beauty. Stevie boy has kicked the beauty. It's a goal. 29 minutes gone in the final quarter, and Leigh Districts have hit the front.
Good play on the back line here by Jolly there. He took the mark, took the gamble, played on quickly, got the ball out here to centre wing to Eves. Eves down to half forward where he found a big fella inside of Marco, and he went long. And from the marking contest there, it came down, picked up nicely by Donaldson. He took his time, steadied, and put it straight through to centre.
On the Kerrs North side, higher, Ankarai Village News Agency scoreboard. North Geelong 10-16-76. Leigh Districts 11-15-81. It's 5 points the difference. Can't be more than a minute left to play. Back to the centre. Take it, Barry. This will be important, this centre bounce.
Yes, it will. The ruckman there. Down to turf she goes, and it's a good bounce. Up they go. Tapped out by Robertson. Grab for North Geelong and kick forward down to half forward. A race for the ball on half forward now. Leigh Districts dive on the ball. Pull the ball in. The umpire says, I'll have it, and we'll ball it up. That was good play there by Hilda for the Leigh District side. The ball on half forward flank. Umpire getting on with the job quickly. Puts it down. Up they go. Down to turf it comes, out the back it comes where North Geelong tried to get a quick kick there. Got the ball now, kicked the ball towards centre forward. The bouncing ball eludes Roweth. Here's a chance, good tap on here for the North Geelong side. Coming across half back we find it's 1 on 4. Jones couldn't take the ball. Roweth picks it up for the Leigh District side. Goes across the ground, but it's in danger territory as Swennison's out there. Swenison picks the ball up. He's caught. Handballs to a teammate there. Steadies, has a shot. Across the face of goal. And 1 point.
Oh, it's a point. Pastovic could have been in glory too. 1 point only to Pastovic. Gee, you got to give Rowell some credit. He's run hard all day. Ran hard at that one. Had nowhere to kick it. Had to head for the fence. Swenninson got it across. Pastovic had the shot. 1 point only. 31.5 minutes gone as Ferguson thumps the ball back into play for Leigh Districts.
There's the siren!
The siren! Leigh Districts, the second division side, have got up in the final minutes of the game. They've beaten North Geelong by 4 points.
We see the coach of Leigh Districts going out onto the ground there, Arthur Hodgson's. There he is on screen. A very jubilant coach here this afternoon.
Is he happy, Arthur? Is he Uncle Arthur? He's as happy as you've ever seen him. They've won by 4 points in a thriller, Barry.
Yes, a great game of football. It was, as we said at half-time, the first half was 2 halves. North Geelong played well in the first quarter. Second quarter was Leigh District's quarter. Third quarter, it was nip and tuck. In this final quarter, although there was a lot of mistakes made by both sides, it was still a great game and a tense game. And full credit must go to both sides this afternoon for the entertainment they've put on here, for the people that have come here along to Osborne Park this afternoon to watch this great game. And it is good to see a second division side get up and beat a first division side in such a thrilling encounter. If you'd like to go through the goal kickers for the afternoon, David, please.
Right, just trying to write down some good players. We're going to be excited there in the final quarter, Barry. Goal kickers, first of all, for North Geelong, who, gee whiz, what a game. They led most of the day and then got rolled in the last quarter. 1 goal kicked by Greg Bellwood. Daryl Jones had played a great game and kicked 2 goals. Darren Joswick kicked the goal. Timmy Schwenninson, who set them alight in the third quarter, he kicked 4 goals. And Steve Smilovic, who started brilliantly but faded out, kicked 2. Whilst for Leigh Districts, Steve Donaldson got 2. Craig Eves 2. Gary Jennings 2 in the vital last quarter. Glenn Murphy kicked 2, 1 to Hassett and 2 goals to Peter Kennedy. As
we see the jubilant Leigh District side going off the ground here at Osborne Park this afternoon. Now, better players for the afternoon for North Geelong. I thought Bellwood played a good game. The number 4 Guernsey on the wing. Daryl Jones, I thought, was magnificent here this afternoon for North Geelong. He battled hard. Very good top game, Daryl. Going down the line a bit further, I thought Simpson on the half-back line. He was sent off early in the game, but to his credit, he come back on and played very fierce and hard football. He ran straight at the ball, and as I say, to his credit, he did the North Geelong Football Club proud here this afternoon by coming back on and playing the way he did. Darren Joswick also did well. Timmy Swennison, probably the second half was better than his first. Alan Moroney, the little rover, battled hard all day. As Shane Burns, the number 28 Guernsey, although he spent some time off the ground, he also did well. Going a bit further down, we had Skocko and Smilovic also played well for the North Geelong side. Looking at the Leigh District side, we had Darren Truan, a solid player for the Leigh Districts here this afternoon. David Jolly in the back pocket did quite well in the last quarter. He was the boy that took the gamble when he took the mark across the half-back line. He burst through. There were 4 players converging on him. He took the gamble and kept the ball rolling.
He realised the game had to be won at that stage, Barry. A bit of experience. Took the punt. He thought, well, we're not going to win this way. We're going to go straight down the ground. He did it well too, didn't he? Did Golly?
He did. Darren Roweth on the wing battled hard all day. Every time he got the ball, he was chipping it to someone in a better position than he was, and he did a great job. Chris Dyer also played well for them. Ian Ferguson at fullback looked as though he was going to lower his colours early in the piece, but come back fighting hard and did a great job for them.
I thought he was terrific, Ferguson, the way he ran off. The big fella there in Smilovic, who looked like going to kill him early in the game, but Ferguson just kept running, didn't he? He kept getting possessions. He was a great player for Leigh Districts.
In the second half, I thought Scotty Ogle was a boy that set him alight. He created the loose man in the centre of the ground, and they kicked it to him. He took some strong marks all over the ground. Jason House at a cross half back kicked a vital goal there in that third quarter. The big ruckman Ray Robinson, he rucked well, but he just couldn't hang on to to his marks here this afternoon. Going down a bit further, I thought that Chris Burgess did all right also.
Neil Cations, I thought he played a great game. He played 4 quarters, Neil Cations. Might have been a little bit quiet in the last quarter. There's the final score going up there on the Kerrs Northside High and Karaya Village News Agency scoreboard. North Geelong 10-17-77 have been defeated by the second division side, Leigh Districts 11-15-81. Just getting back, Cations was terrific, wasn't he? He just kept running all day.
Yes, well, I left Neil Cations to last on purpose because I don't know what your thoughts are, but I felt that Neil Cations was a catalyst in Leigh District's win here this afternoon. As you said, right from the word go, he started running, he created the loose man, he handballed, and he was running just as hard in the last quarter. And I would give Neil Cations probably the best man on the ground, but I'd like your thoughts on it.
Righto, Barry. Well, I got it down to about 4 that I thought played 4 quarters. One was Roweth. I thought Darren Roweth was a great player for Leigh Districts. He never gave in. Even when they were behind, he was doing very well. The other fella there I thought played very well. Angie Skoko played a good 4 quarters for North Geelong, up against a few bigger blokes, and did very well. Daryl Jones for North Geelong was great, and Neil Cations, and the boy Cations, as you mentioned, Neil Cations was great. I had it down at match-up in 3, Roweth, Cations and Jones. You've gone for Cations. I won't argue with that. He's
right.
Won the best player.
Right, the guest video production, APCO Easy Shop best performer for the day goes to the number 28 Guernsey and Neil Cations from the Leigh Districts Football Club. I guess Ron or Noel will catch up with him for his trophy. But don't forget, supporters of Geelong District Football League, that these videotapes are now shown at the clubs on a Thursday night. And they're proudly brought to you by the guest video team, who come out every Saturday afternoon to...
in the cold?
Yes, and enjoy the games that are put on by these 40 players that get out there on the ground each Saturday, and we quite enjoy doing it. Congratulations to the Leigh Districts Football Club this afternoon. Commiserations to North Geelong, but as I said earlier on, both sides could walk off the ground proud of for their club, because they gave everything here this afternoon for their respective Guernseys. And the umpires here this afternoon, in the centre we had Wayne Jervis, Damien McMaster. On the boundary you had Linda Yates and Alan Parsons. In the goals, Adam Edwick and Barry Hensall. The guest video production crew here this afternoon was Scotty Parker downstairs pulling all the punches, the director. We had Simon Fuller up here, thumbs up Fuller. And over in the other side we had Brett Revere. Co-commentator for the afternoon was
David Cook, who didn't have time for a yibbity-yibbity today. Was that close right to the final finish?
Well, David, as always, next week. And Barry Walker here this afternoon. And just before we close, I'd just like to congratulate Scotty down there for his directors this afternoon. I tell you what, Scotty, you can direct guest video better than you can do the waltz. This is Barry Walker for the guest video production, signing off. Hope to see you again next week at a game in the Geelong and District Ballerine area.